old as the sport itself. Two teams that when the history books are referenced, their names populate virtually every page. Winged helmets, golden domes, and as always, when these two match up, legacy is on the line. One of the most storied venues in college football, Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Notre Dame coming off a 10-win season, but there was a sour taste in their mouth after they were left out of the college football playoff. Marcus Freeman has so many great recruits, loaded with talent. He knows this team is going to have a huge chip on their shoulder as they try to get back into the college football playoff this season. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. The Wolverines ready to kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's Graham. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mobley. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
Quarterback making checks. The run inside. It's Mobley. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Carr from the gun on third down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Throwing on the run. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
You know, you would have thought that after having 3 interceptions in their last game, the quarterback would absolutely never throw this guy's way. But here we are. We're in the first drive, and they're trying to be aggressive, and they're attacking one of their best players defensively, and he makes them pay. 4 picks in 2 games. We got to be talking about this guy for the Heisman, right?
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Underwood trying to cut through the noise. Oh, they're after him. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
Got enough for the first. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
And, man, we've all experienced these rivalry games and how much fun they are. And this offense had a lot of fun a year ago, right? Like, they dominated this rivalry. They've been kind of hot coming in. And I really look forward to seeing this running back. Can he be physical? Because you know the anger, the animosity, all the stuff that comes with these rivalry games, you need your running back to set the tone and have a great game.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Quarterback Keaton makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football and making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
They've done a nice job marching the football down the field to get into this position in the red zone. You're throwing incomplete on 3rd down, so the question now, are you going for a touchdown, try to pay this drive off, or are you just going to take the points?
Splits the uprights. Good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Pulled and finds his man on the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, pick everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
They're in the gun, 3rd down. Here's Carr. Rifles it down the middle. He's got it on the outside. Oh, there's an alley on the left. And he slipped through the crowd, and Hill has it. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
This offense is high octane, boy. You just saw it. Not a lot of time needed for them to go all the way and score 6. Well done.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They capped that one off in style, a 74-yarder for the score. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Running inside. It's Marshall. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down. Inside the big house, they have those big condominiums down there on the field, paving the way for the running backs.
Big, huge condominiums, and every year it's a little bit different of how they wear their uniforms and how they fit their uniforms, but the style, always the same.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Got some room to run, and they capitalized not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it, and you can hear it. Sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge, and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
Throwing, Carr. Bought a little time, lets it go. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Pressure coming. Can't make the catch, and it'll be 3rd down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, you make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Plucks it out of the air. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it at the 12. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead as we get a look at the numbers so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. Got it right in the heart of the end zone. What a grab and what a quick strike for that offense.
And when I'm an offensive coordinator and I see a short field, I'm thinking attack, attack, attack. Go get that touchdown. Take advantage of what the defense gave you. Great job by the offensive coordinator.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Finding an escape route. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive.
Here we go. Ready? Red 34, red 34. Spot, spot, spot. Slide, spot. Ready, go.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Sends it downfield. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The Irish send out the punt unit.
Return goes out.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. He's got his man, and he's wrestled to the ground. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
Now on the move. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
You know, they went QB designed run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. Couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose him.
They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And the Wolverines will call on their punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Williams. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. He wants to change this route.
Booster, booster! Flat, flat! Look, look, look! Rapid, rapid! Go!
Run the gun on third down, Carr. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Love the effort on defense that time. That looked like that was going to be a completion downfield, but the physicality of the defender jarred the ball loose.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. And run inside. It's Marshall. There he goes. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
They go play action, Bryce Underwood. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
The Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Trying play action. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense drags him down.
Some crossing routes are designed to beat man coverage, but that one worked out pretty well in zone. Nice job by the QB and receiver being on the same page, finding a soft spot, and getting the completion.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Steps away to find some room. They're working that left side. And he gets it right on the cusp, maybe a few pebbles short of a first down in that. see the closed fist from the ref. It'll be 4th down. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. He's going to let it go. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. Off and running. Touchdown, Wolverines. Once he got some room, it was over.
On these critical 4th downs, as a quarterback, you've got to find your best matchup, and they didn't just get the first down. He had his guy one-on-one. He took a shot, and it pays off for a huge score.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Here's Carr to throw. Makes the catch. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. To the air, it's Carr. Pocket breaking down. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Notre Dame will now use its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Carr from the gun on 3rd down. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. The Irish use their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half.
And that's such a hard route to stop, man. That corner route by the tight end, you got a big, basically a big oversized wide receiver breaking out that can use his body to shield off the defender and make the catch. And that's why those corner routes can be deadly.
Carr looking to the big tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. A shot toward the end zone. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
And I feel like that was predetermined. They told him in the huddle, man, chuck that thing down the field. Like, haven't run the ball well, haven't thrown it well. They haven't really gotten started off on the right foot in this football game. Looks like they're still searching for answers, for something that they can get some momentum going.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Running inside, it's Mobley. Makes it past the marker. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a 1st down. Oh, and here they go again. 1st down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Might be calling a hot route. Throwing, Carr. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Carr. On target. He'll step out of bounds. He's at the 33-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We start with Arizona taking on the Northern Illinois Huskies. And it's the Wildcats looking for a second win after the opening week loss. So far, so good. They lead this one in the first half. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Throwing, Underwood. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. All the way back. Touchdown, Irish.
And this defense comes up with another big play, man. They get the pick six. They get the mistake. They've been flying all over the field, playing well with their hair on fire, Palmer, forcing some turnovers, really doing a good job of confusing this QB.
Yeah, and on offense for the quarterback, you've got to stop with the turnovers. Now, obviously, turnovers lose you games. When you allow defensive touchdowns, the analytics show you your losing probability goes way up. Right now, they'd be out comfortably ahead if he would just stop giving the football to the other team. They need to settle him down before he gets back out on the field.
Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Turning it on. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and the level the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. They can make plays. They can run people over. They can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. They'll stop the clock momentarily here to check on the injured Wolverine. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Here's Underwood to throw. Swings it out to his running back. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter of the space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. Wide open downfield. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Underwood on the play action. Under fire. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Between the uprights, it's good. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from the long. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Touchdown, Michigan. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
Oh, and that is a backbreaker for the offense. You're trying to drive down the field here in the second half to keep this thing close, and you cough it up. And not just that, David, it's a defensive touchdown now starting to blow this game open.
So starting to get some separation, and here's the thing about this defense, man. It's one thing to create turnovers and to create extra possessions. This is another thing to know what to do with it when you get it. And they scoop it, had a plan, look at them running all the way to the house and add to their lead.
Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mobley. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Wide receiver going in motion. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Using the quick game. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
Finds the tight end. Breaks into the open. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Here's Carr to throw. And here's the third interception of the night. Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. Here's the thing. That's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Play fake, Underwood. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second and goal.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle. And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal. Underwood. Bringing the heat. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The run inside. It's Williams. Oh, he's got some space. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Notre Dame right back to the line.
And really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making, this offense is going to be very difficult to stop.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Play action. Carr. Throws to the wideout. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Carr. Fires downfield. Makes the grab. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work with a 1st down in the final period of this one. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Irish will open the 4th with a fresh set of downs. Running inside, it's Williams. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Throwing, Carr. Escapes the pressure to his right. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football. And I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that. But, man, see the surroundings, right? Like, know when guys are around you. He gets hit late at the end of that play, and he got decked. You do not want to take those shots throughout a game. They will add up, and sometimes it will affect your throwing. That's too big of a hit to be taken for this quarterback.
Might be changing the route. They're in the gun, 3rd down. Here's Carr. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Carr to throw for it on 4th. Makes a catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these 1st downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. They'll run it. It's James. Breaks the tackle. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Fires one high and deep. Pulls it in on the right. He's loose. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Michigan. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
Man, it's nice to be an offensive coordinator when you have this offense because you can just call a couple plays, do what we need to do, make big plays, go down the field, put points on the board. This offense, man, they putting drives together like this. This could be a scary unit.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Zings it complete to the... It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Found a seam on the left. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. To the 15. Got some room, entered to the goal line. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. The maize in blue asserting itself as they stretch this lead against the Irish.
Go Blue knew coming into this one they had to score and score early. Right now, they are playing with so much energy.
Yeah, they got the offense rolling. They got the momentum going. Notre Dame's going to have to do something quickly to change that.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. What a job to lay out and make the catch. The Irish, after the chunk play through the air, back to the line.
Hey, down in the 4th quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
It's complete. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
And There's no quit in this team. Obviously, they're trailing late in the game, but they're trying to make it happen. We've seen 2 big plays now, back-to-back. They're putting pressure on this defense.
Making side adjustments here. Looking for a man. It's Carr. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Here in the second half of this game, you're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. If they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Amen. I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
So here comes the Michigan offense. The give to the lone running back. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Trying to impose their will with the run. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. A mere 4 seconds after the clock stopped for the 2-minute timeout, the defense gets it stopped again, trying to get the ball back. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. Here's Underwood. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Well, it's 3rd and short. They're throwing for it. They just can't come up with that one. Setting up a big decision now for the head coach on 4th down.
And the Wolverines will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Punt is in the air. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Here's Carr to throw. It's complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking.
You know, I think at this situation in the game, trailing like they are with only a couple minutes to go, short throws aren't going to get it done. You're going to have to be a lot more aggressive and start taking chances if you want to give yourself a chance to win this game.
A false start gives them a little extra work to do here on 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Carr. Rushes on him. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Big collision there, and they'll mark him down after a 6-yard gain. Notre Dame will now use its 2nd timeout. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Now on 2nd down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Inside the 35. Brought down after a big run, and that is the way to put an exclamation point on this one. The Irish use their 3rd and final timeout. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. The Wolverines come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They don't play every year, but when they do, there is just something special about this rivalry.